presented by Sprite. The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. Tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics playing against the Brooklyn Nets. You take a look at the Nets. They have what every team has on its list of top priorities, starting off the new season with a win and hopefully feeling the benefit of their work in the offseason and preseason. When he's healthy, Brook Lopez is one of the best centers out there, but he's continuing to have these foot surgeries, Shaq.
Yeah, but he just got that $60 million contract, so there's a lot riding on that foot. He's actually only had his arch lowered to reduce the strain. Hopefully that solves the problem.
Wow. Do you have high arches, by the way?
I don't know. I never checked.
It'd be down there on your feet. That's where you'd have to check.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the arch on my jumper.
No. Let's go down to Kevin Harlan.
And now your Boston Celtics starting lineup. At center, at 7 foot 0 inches, number 41, Kelly Olynyk. At forward, 6'9" from the Ohio State, number 7, Jared Sullinger. At guard, 6'2" from Texas, number 0, Avery Bradley. And at the other forward, 6'9" from Georgetown, number 8, Jeff Green. At guard, 6'1" from Kentucky, number 9, Rajon Rondo. Your head coach is Brad Stevens.
Welcome, everybody, to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, and joining me to provide the analysis for what's sure to be another exciting year, Steve Kerr, the sharpshooter, and Clark Kellogg. And so off the tip, it's Boston. So the Nets starting 5. Down low, Kevin Garnett and Brook Lopez. Deron Williams and Joe Johnson at the 1 and 2. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3, the small forward. Olynyk, and that one off the back of the rim and in. Olynyk's got the opening bucket of the night here for the Celtics.
Well, the Celtics moved up 3 spots in last year's draft to select Kelly Olynyk at 13. He had a terrific summer league, only to be slowed down by a high ankle sprain and other injuries early in the season. But after the All-Star break, he really came on.
And Coach Stevens pushing Olynyk to be aggressive offensively.
Well, that's his strength, scoring the basketball. You know, he was a point guard until he had a big-time growth spurt in high school, so he's highly skilled. And I think he and Jared Sullinger combined as a duo, the skill level they have and IQ, those 2 young big guys could be a problem for the rest of the league going forward.
Now here's Green out to the right wing. Jumper off the screen. Olynyk can't hit.
Well, with that much space off the pick, you've got to drop that in.
Yeah, you got to make that one. I mean, that's a high-quality shot you should make 9 out of 10 times.
Here's Lopez. Now the pass to Bogdanovich. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Clock at 6. Johnson attacking. And no good. His first shot of the night missing. Nets on defense. Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with head coach Lionel Hollins. And Doris, what'd you find out?
Yes, Kevin, when we talked about this game, he said his concern was how to handle Rajon Rondo. He said, quote, Rondo has no problem getting to the middle of defenses and finding open teammates. We have to make him become more of a jump shooter. Let's see if they can do just that.
And thanks for that story, Doris.
Well, it's been said about Rajon Rondo that he's the smartest guy in the room and also might be the most stubborn. He's got a terrific IQ for the game, but he's opinionated. We've seen him butt heads with coaches in high school, college, and the pros, but that certainly doesn't take away from his greatness. He's a winner, a champion, and a terrific point guard.
Well, you're right. It has fueled his rise, whether it was at Kentucky, growing up in Louisville, or certainly playing with the Boston Celtics. Among some very important players, Hall of Famers like Allen and Garnett and Paul Pierce. He may have needed a little bit of that just to kind of clear the clutter and show that he could be a leader. No challenge from the defense there. Clark could have put that one through any way he wanted.
And I love the choice there, partner, going hard to the hoop for that throwdown.
Yeah, that's invisible defense leading to a very visible finish.
It's deflected. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Lopez kicks to Williams. Johnson outside. Lopez, a screen on Green. Here's Johnson. Makes it off the glass.
And Rondo has said he'd like to be a coach when his playing days are done, despite his dust-ups with former coach Doc Rivers. He says he studied his ways and learned a lot from him. Definitely a lot of respect there.
Here's Olynyk after Joe Johnson scores, and he gets it to go.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spots. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Williams against Rondo. Lopez a screen, and looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention. And Rondo had said that his knee injury has made him humbler and certainly more appreciative of the NBA and his God-given gifts, and not skipping steps in his approach now to the game.
Yeah, you know, but he did skip a flight with the Celtics last season. He stayed in L.A. to celebrate his birthday. That's not exactly how you want to go about your work.
Strong rebounding, and he's rewarded with the easy putback.
The Nets have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Williams against Rondo. Here's Garnett. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Garnett's got his first 2 points.
How about this? They're shooting 80% so far. I know it's early, but offensively they look great.
Olynyk sets a screen for Rondo. Pass to Olynyk. Almost, but it rolls out.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Boston trailing. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Bradley, no one around him. Trains the three-pointer. Bradley's got himself on the board with 3 days.
Tough to pass on that good of a look from three-point range. Even if you've got a clear path to the hoop, he's very comfortable from out there.
Williams kicks to Bogdanovich. There's a screen. And Garnett has it in the corner. Feeds to Johnson. Shot from the top of the key, and that one's good. The Celtics have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Rondo kicks to Bradley. Sullinger, a screen on Johnson. Bradley with the ball, and it's Johnson picking him up. Dishes it to Green. Williams against Rondo. Kicks it to Sullinger. And he gets the bucket. Sullinger's got his second basket of the game.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
Yeah, me too, Clark. I think anytime you have success pounding the ball inside, you got to continue to go to the well.
Second team foul.
Johnson, a wide open look. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, you know, head coach Brad Stevens of the Celtics is coaching a much different game in the pros than we see in college. I mean, a lot of differences. But if anybody can make that transition, I really think he's certainly the guy that could. He's bright. He's hard-working. He communicates well. He's innovative. Showed that innovativeness at the college level. So I think he's got all of the ingredients to become a college coach who is successful as an NBA coach.
And Coach Stevens, analytically minded at Butler, had a full-time statistician as one of his assistants.
Yeah, very new school in his approach. You might expect that from such a young guy, still in his 30s. Of course, he also needs to connect with his players, you know, and he's doing well. Despite the losses, the players really enjoyed playing for Stevens, and I think he's going to be an excellent coach.
And so Olynyk nails both of them.
We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful stroke.
Pass to Bogdanovich. Garnett with a screen on Green. And Bogdanovich kicks to Garnett. Here's Bogdanovich. Sullinger defending. Williams attacking. And he's off on his first shot of the game. The Celtics with the lead. Rondo with it. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Rajon Rondo returning to action in mid-January of 2014, a little less than a year after his ACL tear. And Steve, he looked pretty good.
He did. His shooting percentages were down, but you know, rebounding and passing as well as he ever has. Rondo, I think this year will be much more effective now that he's got some reps back on that knee.
And he's good on the second.
And Rondo's field goal percentage dipped, but he shot a lot more three-pointers than ever before in his career. Coming off that injury, maybe not looking to drive as much as in the past. He hit that three-point shot at about 29%. I think he's got to get that mark up. If he does, then he could really be lethal.
Here's Bogdanovich. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Rondo against Williams. The drive by Rondo. Outside Bradley. Lots of room. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Rondo's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
And Rondo trying to add range to his shot. Didn't stay idle while he was getting healthy. Seems he rehabbed his shot while rehabbing his knee.
Now at the break on the floor, you can see the teams that led the NBA in steals last year. The 4th spot held by the Nets.
Well, when you talk about teams that had a great defense last year, you got to mention these guys. I mean, they were great at finding ways to come up with the ball. Deflections, loose balls, and steals.
Here's Williams. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. There's the dish to Plumlee. Sullinger with the rebound. Boston leading by 4. Bradley drives in. Stolen. In transition, here come the Nets. Sinks that one from the post.
Defense pretty much helpless there, stopping that layup. I think too much of a mismatch in terms of height.
Outside Rondo. He kicks it to Sullinger. Banked in off the glass. Sullinger's got 6.
You know, down there in the low post is where you really want to create a lot of your offense.
Rondo against Williams. Passes it to Garnett. The feed now to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. A fadeaway. Can't get it to go. So the Celtics will take it the other way. Rondo against Williams. Here's Olynyk. And it's sent back by Plumlee. Williams kicks to Johnson. Inside. It's tipped. It's stolen by Bradley. Here's the break. Puts up the baby hook. And Green with the basket on the assist by Bradley.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play. They're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
The kick out to Williams. Left side, Williams. He feeds it to Plumlee. The turnaround jumper, and that one's good. Plumlee's got his first points in this one.
Picture perfect with the turnaround. There's no stopping that shot.
So the Celtics called timeout, their first. And it's their first look at this year's Brooklyn team here for their first regular season game.
And I'll tell you what, we've seen some tough divisional battles between these two teams before. We're going to get to see them 4 more times this season, starting tonight.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. And then for Brooklyn, Andre Kirilenko's checked in for Garnett. Mirza Teletovic comes in for Bogdanovich. And Jarrett Jack is subbed in for Williams. Clark, when you meet so many times, by those last 2 games, you're not getting caught off guard by anything.
No, without question, Kevin. You have a familiarity there that really makes it easy for you to get ready for the opponents. You also get 4 games against the other teams they play in the division, so you can see what's working and what's not. These two teams love to get at each other.
They know their tendencies, don't they?
They sure do.
Brandon Bass now in his 10th season out of LSU, pick and pop power forward. That mid-range shot is a strength of his game, and he's really improved defensively the last couple of years as well.
And he can't hit the second.
And Bass is much more of an offensive-minded big man. At 6'8", he's not a big-time defender or rebounder. His job really is to space the floor and put points on the board.
Now here's Johnson. 6 points for him. Misses the J after tricking the D with the nifty pass fake. Jack against Pressey. Thornton for 3. Pressey passes to Turner. From deep, Thornton. The shot is off. Nets trail by 4. Plumlee sets the pick for Johnson. Puts up the baby hook. Plumlee, no luck.
This touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
There's the pass to Bass. Plumlee with the steal. Johnson wide open. He fires. Another miss by Johnson. And Brandon Bass earning the nickname No Pass Bass. He's taken more career turnovers than assists.
Yeah, but that's his role, Kevin. You know, when he's open, knock it down. And what I like about Bass is that he has improved his defense considerably. The last couple of years with Doc Rivers in Boston, that was something that Doc really emphasized.
So it's the Celtics now. After the missed 3 from Joe Johnson. 17-foot shot on the way. Nets trail by 4. Outside Jack. Right side Jack. Teletovic dishes to Jack. Here's Teletovic. Turner covering. Unloads from 9. Teletovic misses.
And the defense did just enough to throw him off that shot.
And Thornton kicks to Bass. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
Now here's Plumlee. Teletovic passes to Jack. Here's Kirilenko in a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Andre Kirilenko, a terrific player over his 12-year career, an all-star in 2004, first-team all-defense in 2006, and he's still going strong.
And Kirilenko, a good defender, as we know, good ball handling, good passer. Not a really consistent outside shooter throughout his career, though.
Yeah, but he's one of the best in the league at moving without the ball, so he gets some easy opportunities that way. He's always diving to the basket at the right time, and again, that points to not only skill, but also IQ.
And he makes the first, but misses the second. Even though the Nets staged a great comeback last season, you have to wonder if they'll view what they did as a disappointment.
Well, they did bring in some big-name stars, but still ended up, I think, right in the middle of the playoff pack in the East, and perhaps fell a little short of what they hoped to accomplish last season.
Now here is Jack after the miss from Evan Turner. Misses off the left iron.
I thought he'd make that one. That's his range, and the defense nowhere to be seen.
Pressey dishes to Thornton. Oh, good with the triple.
And for most teams, that would be good enough, being in the middle of the pack. What the Nets did last year, but they've been trying to climb into that elite tier in the East, and it didn't happen. Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. It's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas.
Well, an illegal screen is one of the toughest calls for the official to make.
You know, I agree with you. You've got to have some sympathy for the referees when they have to make calls like that, but they get paid well, and they're the best in the business, so they can handle it.
Gerald Wallace, he's checked in for Tyler Zeller. And Jack kicks to Johnson.
Defensive foul. Marcus Smart. That's his first personal foul.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Shooting. Joe Johnson. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And both free throws good for Johnson. Here's Thornton. And no good trying to get that one. And the horn signals the end of the first. Not much offense so far. Celtics lead by 1. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere.
Tune in for a scary night of basketball. Halloween in the NBA. LaMarcus Aldridge and the Portland Trailblazers take on DeMarcus Cousins and the Sacramento Kings this Friday. Don't miss it.
And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
And this team has done a nice job on the glass. I think that's how they've built this lead. They've been very physical, really established a presence in the paint.
Well, they've chased down those balls. As soon as they've hit the iron, they've been chasing them down. That's been a solid effort by them.
Brooklyn trailing. Wallace is out there with Jared Sullinger. Then it's Thornton. Then it's Rajon Rondo. And it's Turner in at the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Now here is Jack. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. And taken away by Wallace. And now in transition is Wallace. Here we go. And it's slammed in by Turner.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Yeah, that's right. So you push it. That's the best opportunity for points on the break. This lead, I think, is headed north.
And it's Marcus Thornton with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's what Boston's going with right now. Jeff Green is checked in for Turner. And Bradley's subbed in for Marcus Thornton. Here's Jack. Off the inbound pass. They grab their own miss.
That's some more rugged play from them inside. They have a decent edge and rebounds thus far.
And that hard work on the boards needs to continue. That could be what swings this game eventually.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They sure are. That's 3 straight buckets that have come off of assists.
The kick out to Williams. Pass to Bogdanovich. He dishes it to Kirilenko. 5 to shoot. Williams attacking. And he gets the bucket. Boston leading by 3. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Outside Bradley. Back to Rondo. Feeds it to Bradley. It's intercepted. Now here is Kirilenko. Williams passes to Jack. Here's Bogdanovich off the screen. Rajon Rondo with the rebound. Rondo's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Top of the key, Bradley. Back to Rondo. And the layup's good off the glass. Rondo's got 6. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Lopez outside. Back to Williams. The rebound by the Celtics. Rondo's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Boy, you wonder what the score of this game would be if they weren't pulling down all these rebounds.
Love what I'm seeing from them in the paint.
Nobody near Williams. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Taken away by Kirilenko. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Hi, Kevin. When former college coach Brad Stevens came in to coach the Boston Celtics, some worried that he'd have a tough time winning over headstrong point guard Rajon Rondo. But the two hit it off. Rondo said they become best friends, adding, "We talk every day. We laugh and joke. He has my full support. I'm behind him 100%. Kevin?
Rondo keeping an open mind and making himself accountable to Stevens' vision, Doris. Thanks. And here's Rondo. Following the basket by Brook Lopez. Wallace dishes to Rondo. Taken away by Williams. And here's the fast break. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Tries again. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Yeah, I like that. A foul to save the layup. Make him earn it at the line.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Boston.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
Well, the other thing I like is defensively they're causing turnovers, and that's allowing them to get into transition.
Celtics making a switch here. Olynyk's checked in, and the Nets also making a change. Kevin Garnett is checked in for Jarrett Jack. That one misses. Andre Kirilenko dealing with injury issues last season with Brooklyn. Back spasms cost him almost 2 full months to start the year. And then, Steve, even in his return, he admitted he wasn't 100%.
Yeah, the calf was a problem most of the season. So a big reduction in his minutes and scoring, but still a valued contributor for the Nets.
Here's Williams after Rajon Rondo's bucket. Great D that time from Green.
Ouch. Another miss to add to what's been a miserable game for him from the field.
Bradley kicks to Sullinger. Kicks it out to Bradley for 3. Brooklyn with the rebound. They've got the Pistons ahead of them in their next game in Detroit. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip.
I'll be looking forward to seeing how that Detroit game plays out for sure.
Now here's Williams. Pass to Bogdanovich. Lopez, a screen on Rondo. Clock at 4. The kick out to Williams. Williams missing again.
And it seems like nothing is falling for him this quarter. He's really out of his rhythm.
And the wide open shot from Green. Not enough on that one as it misses.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
And Williams, here we go. Here's Bogdanovich. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Bogdanovich has got 5 now.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Sullinger the screen. Off the pick. And it's Green with the jam.
One of the oldest plays in basketball made that dunk possible.
That's right. A terrific screen right there, Steve. Allowed him to lose his man and rock it to the rim.
Well, don't you love to see players working together in that fundamental play? Fun to watch.
Here's Williams after the basket by Boston. And the call will be against Darren Williams. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, I love it. He gets there first, absorbs the contact. Nice play defensively.
No flop there. He took that one right in the chest.
Celtics making a switch here. Zeller's checked in. Celtics leading by 3. Zeller setting the pick for Rondo. Dishes it to Zeller. The second chance effort. Rebound, Brooklyn. Garnett's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Kirilenko into the lane. Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D. I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Kevin Garnett was the 5th pick back in 1995. He's had a long, illustrious Hall of Fame career. He was the league MVP back in 2004. Chance here now to see how the Nets ranked in the NBA last season. 4th in steals, 11th in three-point field goal percentage, and they were in the top half of the league in lowest opponent scoring as well. This is a team that has shown improvement defensively, and they feel like they're not done yet.
Still, I think the key to their team was the steals that you talked about, because they were a team that put a lot of pressure on the offense. They got out and played the passing lane, tried to force turnovers, and when they did, they usually converted those into points at the other end, and that's one of the reasons they were pretty good.
Rondo. Here's Zeller. And he gets it to go. And the Celtics lead by 3.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
Yeah, it sure has, Clark. And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they really haven't had to do much on the perimeter.
The shot by Williams, no good. The Celtics have gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. Bradley can't get it to go.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Here's Bogdanovich. He's got 7. 6 on the shot clock. Goes up the baseline. Buries the jump shot. Bogdanovich has got 9.
And he's shaken off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
And here's Rondo. 8 points for him. And the rejection by Lopez. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. The 10-footer. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. It's going to be on Avery Bradley.
And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
Definitely no room for discussion on that one.
Brook Lopez, an elite scoring big man. Tremendous size and shooting touch. He might be the best low post scorer in the NBA.
No good on the free throw.
And for Brook Lopez, always gifted offensively. That's a given. Where he's improved, I think, is in his defense and rebounding. It takes a lot of effort to move that big body around, but he's made that commitment to really get after it, and it shows.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Brandon Bass is checked in for Olynyk. Turner comes in for Jeff Green. For Rajon Rondo. And Lopez, over 7 foot tall, 275 pounds, guys, not especially athletic. And that can leave him, Steve, sometimes vulnerable, defending away from the rim.
Yeah, that's why a lot of teams try to put him in pick and roll on the perimeter, just to test his agility and try to get by him and to get into the paint.
Now here's Johnson. He's got 10. Teletovic passes to Williams.
Well, Darren Williams has dealt with ankle issues that have held him back a notch from the level we saw in Utah. And he's right. I think he's still one of the best point guards in the game.
The Nets have gone 6 of 9 at the line.
Well, they were 75% free throw shooting a season ago.
Now the free throw is good. Now leading by 1. Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for Boston. And both free throws good for Williams. Boston's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Williams against Pressey. Kicks it to Turner from the left block and misses it off the right side of the rim. And Williams so tough to handle because Clark can pass and shoot and drive.
Yeah, and he has that killer crossover too, Kevin. He can put a lot of pressure on you defensively.
That's pretty much been the norm for them, getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness.
And the foul called on Joe Johnson. Brooklyn on defense. They lead by 4. Zeller dishes to Thornton. Nice ball movement by Boston. Boston again missing.
Boy, for my taste, he's far too inconsistent with that shot. I mean, he's got to make those if he's going to take his game to the next level.
Milotovic's shot is good.
Nice job again that time to add to their lead. I'll tell you what, they're doing everything right at this moment.
They're playing steadily in all aspects of the game, Steve. You're exactly right.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Joe Johnson is also sometimes called ISO Joe because of his ability to produce buckets going one-on-one. There's nobody better in that situation in terms of creating a shot with ease and never shying away from the big moment.
Celtics trail by 7. Here's Pressey. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And he gets it to go.
How about that? Gets it off right in the face of the big fella. Quick release.
And operating on the perimeter like that negates some of the height disadvantage, too.
Then you talk about Johnson's ability to get his shot off. 6'7", huge frame for a 2-guard. And with his ball handling ability, he can really create space for himself.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And Johnson's so smooth, Clark, but you know, Joe, his size and strength, sometimes it seems like he could do more to press the issue and draw foul.
Well, you know, I'm not going to be overly critical. This guy is terrific as a one-on-one isolation player. Used to average over 5 free throws a game, but that number has declined. But that may be more a function of him maturing in his career and picking his spots to be aggressive than not wanting to draw contact.
And so Milotovic nails both of them. Well, the Celtics had a lot of problems, Clark, in a number of places last year, but at home they just struggled to put up points.
And, you know, they hadn't been known for being a high-scoring team in recent years, but no amount of defense could have made up for their woeful offense.
That's good. Turner's got his second bucket of the game to go. Brooklyn leading by 5. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, guys, Kevin Garnett is at the tail end of what has been a Hall of Fame career. Doc Rivers won a title with him in Boston and simply can't say enough. As Coach Doc says, I get very emotional. He's the best teammate, the most unselfish superstar I've ever been around. Every coach should be able to coach KG just once to see what a true team player should be. Kevin, what a compliment.
A guy you love to play with and hate to play against. Doris, thanks. Jarrett Jack is checked in for Andre Kirilenko. Here's Bass. Jack with the rebound.
Boston would end the year with just 16 wins at home. That would be the 3rd worst mark in the East.
And it might be a bit strange for these Boston fans to not have a dominant team to watch at home, but fortunately for them, the Celtics usually don't stay at the bottom for too long.
Celtics trail by 5. It's stolen by Jack. And now in transition is Jack. Here we go.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk, Clark, coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all 5 guys on a string defensively ready to react and make a play.
Pressey kicks to Turner. Now the dish to Pressey. Launches it. And good on the basket. Booking. Pressey's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Nets leading by 4. Jack passes to Williams. 50 seconds left in the first half of basketball. He kicks to Teletovic. Back to Williams. Just 5 on the clock. Johnson for 3. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Williams has got his 8th assist in the game. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Zeller setting the pick for Turner. No good. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. That pushes it to double digits. And now a 10-point Nets lead.
Back-to-back threes for them. The defense is slacking off a little.
It does look like their energy is lacking at this point.
Over in the corner, Turner. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Solid screen right there that freed him up for the jump shot.
That'll do it for the first half. Nets out in front, up 8. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, we have Brooke Lopez with us. What's the attitude you have as a team right now?
Oh, I'm so excited. You know, it's really thrilling to come out with such great guys every night, you know, and play basketball. You know, it's a lot of fun.
Brooke, thank you very much. Kevin, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of quarter number 3. The second half about to start here in just a few moments. You look at Joe Johnson, he's really been playing well.
I know we've said this many times before, but I'll say it again. He had a great first half, just an explosive offensive display there.
At the end of the day, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had. He can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
Nets leading by 8. So for Brooklyn now, Deron Williams and Joe Johnson at the 1 and 2. Down low, Kevin Garnett and Brooke Lopez. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3 spot.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for them.
But it has to translate, Clark. If they're going to cut into this lead, they've got to convert those boards into points.
Green kicks to Rondo. Left side Rondo, 6 to shoot. Tries to keep it alive. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession.
All right, a chance to check out some stats for Williams. Very nice season for him last year. He was around 14 points per game last year, 6 assists and 2 rebounds. If it was an average player putting up those numbers, we'd say they were spectacular.
Yeah,
but for him, simply run-of-the-mill.
And how much does that tell you about the talent he has? I mean, when the spectacular passes his average, that speaks volumes.
Shoots from 12. Good. Williams has got the lead up to 10 now for the Nets. Now Rondo. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Sullinger, a screen on Williams. Rondo's shot is good. Rondo's got 10.
Well, that's one way to get your second half started on the right foot. An easy layup against some soft defense.
Rondo against Williams. Here's Bogdanovich. Can't get it to go. Great tee that time from Green. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. Celtics trail by 8. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Sullinger with a screen for Rondo. Into Sullinger. They kick it out to Green. Lets it go from deep. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
Brooklyn leading by 5.
You know, after Jeff Green had that strong performance in the 2013 playoffs, he was handed the keys in Boston. But while his minutes went up, his efficiency went down. Maybe he's not suited for that lead role.
Here's Bradley, following the score by Kevin Garnett. Olynyk sets a screen for Bradley. Clock at 6. Here's Rondo. Lopez grabs the board. The Nets have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Outside Williams. In low to Garnett. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Kevin Garnett now in his 20th season in the NBA. That is just hard to imagine. Plenty of wear and tear, obviously, and he's not been a guy who's ever taken plays off. He still plays the game with a very rare intensity.
And for KG, the mileage has taken its toll, but he's so dedicated. He undergoes an elaborate routine of stretching, treatment, and strength work to keep his body ready to go.
And the big ticket Kevin Garnett last season entered the top 10 Clark all-time in rebounding and the top 20 in scoring.
Yeah, and you know, going forward, he's clearly a Hall of Fame player. Going forward, though, the Nets looking to limit his playing time to keep him fresh for the playoffs.
Both free throws good from Kevin Garnett.
Celtics had a rough time in the East, and a lot of it was because they just would get worn down as the game went on. Had a very difficult time after halftime, in fact.
Now here's Rondo. 10 points for him.
Rondo playing well. He's got 10 rebounds and some good assists, too. 4 of them. He's getting it done, making plays by setting up his teammates and grabbing some nice boards, too.
Yeah, he's doing all those little things that are so important.
For Boston, they have gone just 4 of 8 from the line tonight, hoping to move that free throw percentage up a bit. He's off on the first. Good on the second free throw. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Timeout called, the Nets. And as with any timeout at this point of the game, important to go over the strategies that are working and those that are needed in terms of adjustments. And, of course, the opportunity, guys, to get hydrated with Gatorade before coming back onto the floor. We've seen some good action so far, and there's more of it to come.
Yeah, this game has been physical, it's been fast, it's been high-paced. So anytime you're in a situation like this where it's really a hard-fought game, critical to keep yourself hydrated throughout.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Williams dishes to Johnson. Passes it to Bogdanovich. And he knocks down the jumper. Bogdanovich has got the lead up to 10 now for the Nets.
A large part of what they've been able to do here is centered around his offense.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
You know, Brook Lopez is a devastating scorer from the right block, and at his size, it's really tough to bother that shot, and really it comes down to whether he makes it or not, and most of the time he makes it.
Now here's Bradley. He has 5. Rondo passes to Sullinger. Excellent D there from Garnett. And for Brook Lopez, the next evolution of his game is improving as a passer from the low block.
Yeah, you know, you have to punish teams for double teaming, and that's how you go from star to superstar, making your teammates better. Lopez has continued to evolve. Hopefully he can stay healthy this year. That's the main thing.
Here's Sullinger. Darren Williams picking up that last basket. Sullinger. Excellent D there from Garnett.
And you got to like the defense inside, really protecting the rim.
Challenging shots and making his presence felt around the rim, that's exactly what he can give you.
Here's Bogdanovich. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Johnson can't get it to go. Boston's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Rondo kicks to Sullinger from about 19 feet. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
Well, let's take a look at where Boston ended up, Kevin, last year in the league rankings. 10th in free throw shooting. 13th in opponent points per game. As for the rebounding numbers, not as strong as you would think. Top 20 in the league. They certainly are capable of better.
And this is a good shooting team, Clark. It really shows in their free throw percentage. You mentioned they were in the top 10 in terms of free throw percentage as a team last year. And I think it's important for this club to really attack offensively. When they do get to the line, they tend to knock down their free throws, and those easy points go a long way.
Bogdanovich passes to Williams. 6 to shoot. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Well, you remember when Darren Williams first got to the Nets, he was kind of a bare cupboard on that roster. Now a totally different story. He doesn't have to carry this team because he has so much more help.
And, you know, Darren Williams' usage rate has fallen off quite dramatically over the last 3 seasons. There's not nearly as much asked of him offensively, and I think that sits well with Darren Williams at this point in his career.
And he sinks the second. And Darren Williams struggling with ankle issues over the last handful of seasons, Steve. Cortisone shots, platelet shots, he had it all.
Yeah, the Nets hoping if they can reduce that load on him that finally the ankle troubles will be a thing of the past, but we'll see.
Oh, man, that was unreal. Mark it up. Even when they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular. And he pulled it off.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, now's when they need a little spark anyway. Lopez,
a screen on Green. Takes a shot at the elbow, and it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Rondo with it. 11 points in the game. Gets it down to single digits. Rondo's got 13. Nets leading by 9. Here's Williams. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. The Celtics have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. The feed to Bradley. Sullinger with a screen for Bradley. Now the pass to Green. Rondo against Williams. Fires from 18. And Olynyk with the basket on the assist by Rondo. Rondo's got his 6th assist on the night. Williams dishes to Lopez. He trains the quick shot. He's got 9.
Another open jump shot there. Their defense not putting up much of a fight.
Johnson against Bradley. Back to Rondo. And it's Boston with another.
Well, he's been a real positive factor for them today, although, you know, as a team, they've had a lot of negatives mixed in there as well.
Williams kicks to Lopez. He feeds it to Johnson. Lopez, a screen on Bradley. Goes up on the wing. Johnson gets the bucket. Johnson's got 15 points.
Well, he knew that with his height advantage over his man, it was really a good decision just to rise up and take the jump shot.
Rondo kicks to Sullinger. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. It's stolen by Green. And pushing it up, here's Boston.
Boy, the floor really opened up for him there.
He sure did a good job getting it started before the defense can get itself set.
Nets leading by 9. Outside Williams. The second chance effort, and it's Lopez laying it in. 11 points in the game.
That sort of epitomized this game, guys. One team going all out, getting rebounds and putbacks, and the other team just dragging.
Rondo kicks to Green. Low block shot. Goes back up. And the basket by Olynyk. Olynyk's got 12.
That's exactly what they had in mind on that possession.
Now here's Williams. He's got 14. Johnson kicks to Williams. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
And here we get a chance to check out the story on Rajon Rondo. Solid numbers last season. Averaged about 11 points a game, 10 assists and 5 rebounds. And after a disappointing year last season, he wants to get back on track here.
Yeah, Steve, that would be one he'd like to archive and not worry about anymore. He knows he can do better.
Here's Bradley. 5 points in the game. Outside, Green. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
He's definitely turned things around in this game. I mean, he was more of a background player in the first half. He's jumped center stage now.
Brooklyn Nets going all in last season, a record $89 million in luxury tax payments, on a mission to win a championship. Of course, it didn't happen, but the question is, where do they go from here?
And a new group in for the Celtics. Zeller, he's checked in for Kelly Olynyk. Bass comes in for Jared Sullinger. Turner's checked in for Jeff Green. And it's Thornton in for Bradley. And a new group in for the Nets. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Lopez. Mirza Teletovic comes in for Kevin Garnett. Andre Kirilenko's checked in for Bogdanovich. And Jarrett Jack has subbed in for Williams. Johnson. Another shot. He takes it up and lays it in. And the Nets lead by 8. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Nets?
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And the other thing they're doing is they're forcing turnovers and then converting those miscues into points at the other end.
And, you know, for the Nets, between their trades with the Hawks and the Celtics, they've actually traded away most of their draft picks through 2018. So, you know, what you see is pretty much what you're going to get with this group.
Bass with a screen for Rondo. In the corner, Thornton with it. Back to Rondo. And that one hits back iron. Brooklyn leading by 10. And you remember the Nets owner guaranteed a title within 5 years. That's this postseason. Said if he failed, he'd punish himself by, Steve, getting married.
I'm sure his future wife appreciates that comment.
Yeah,
but,
really.
I don't know. Maybe he's a romantic at heart, Kevin. Or maybe not.
What a way to get your marriage started.
Yes. Pass to Zeller. Back to Rondo. Zeller setting the pick for Rondo. Here's Thornton. And the block by Johnson. Out to Turner. Shot clock at 5. Sinks the triple. Turner's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Boston.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap up since the start of the second half. They're starting to find the range.
Steve, the lasers are starting to do their thing. That's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
Jack passes to Plumlee. Takes the 3. No good from Jack.
Not the best shot. Long range and with a defender right in his space.
And defensively, that's the kind of work he's known for. I mean, he loves to lock you up.
Thornton dishes to Rondo. Right side, Rondo. No one near Turner as he lets it go. Again, the miss by Turner. Brooklyn leading by 9. And Jack, here we go. No dice from 9 feet out. Boston's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That's going to be on Jarrett Jack.
Well, after 3.5 seasons in Sacramento, Marcus Thornton was traded to the Nets last year, and he rallied back from what had been his worst season in the NBA. He shot much better in Brooklyn. It seemed to be a good fit playing with that playoff team.
And Thornton from Baton Rouge played collegiately at LSU.
Some have called him the Bayou Bomber. I like that name because he can fill it up in a hurry, and scoring is certainly what he does best.
The first free throw is good.
And Thornton, a 6'4" guard, but you'll never confuse him for a point guard. A volume shooter from the moment he takes the floor. He's looking to put points up in a hurry, and he can do just that.
And Rondo drops them both.
And Thornton, a streaky shooter from long range, but never shy from out there. I mean, for his career, almost half of his shot attempts have come from three-point territory.
And Jack kicks to Johnson. Back to Jack. He dishes it to Teletovic. And now here's Rondo, the fast break opportunity. And it's slammed in by Turner.
Maybe that'll ignite him. I mean, impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are. Look at them. They are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geeked.
That's what those alley-oops do, though.
And you could accuse Marcus Thornton of tunnel vision offensively. But one thing you like, he doesn't turn the ball over.
And for his size, Kevin, he's a really crafty finisher around the rim. I like to focus on what guys do. He's a scorer. He takes good care of the ball. Let's not worry about what he does. So he got him there for that reason. He produces in that way. You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And Jack, here we go. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Jack's got his first points of the night. Celtics trail by 7. And here's Rondo. 19 points in the game. Zeller setting the pick for Rondo. He gets it up. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Nets lead by 7. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway.
Bring your costume. It's Halloween in the NBA. LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers take on Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls. Don't miss out.
Boston's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Avery Bradley is out there with Thornton. Then it's Turner. Then it's Jared Sullinger. And it's Green in at the 4 spot. That's the Boston 5. Here's Bogdanovich. Lopez, a screen on Bradley. Lopez passes to Williams. Lopez sets a screen for Williams. Clock at 6. Lopez dishes to Williams. The rebound by the Celtics. Sullinger's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Really quite surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds given what the scoreboard says.
Yeah, it's not typical. I mean, they have been really dominant on the glass.
The shot's good from Plumlee.
Boy, he picked him out brilliantly with that feed inside.
1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Outside Bradley. Left side Turner. 18 feet out. And dead on that time. Beautiful shot. Now Jack. Williams kicks to Jack. Back to Williams. Here's Lopez. That's good. And the Nets lead by 9.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint. I guess the good news is they've taken away the outside shot.
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter how good their perimeter defense is if they're going to allow inside looks as easy as that.
And it's Mason Plumlee with the foul. Olenek, he's checked in for Evan Turner. And the Nets also making a change. Kevin Garnett, he's checked in for Mason Plumlee. Here's Bradley. No good on the quick three. Nets leading by 9. And Williams, here we go. Rebound by Olenek. Olenek's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Well, his shot's been off today, no question. He's not the guy they're going to want to look to if they want to keep this lead where it is.
Olenek sets a screen for Bradley. Here's Sullinger. Nice work on the boards, paying off at the basket.
You see the defense get caught standing around that time, giving up an easy second chance bucket.
Simply need more of an effort on the boards there, Steve.
Williams kicks to Lopez. Rebounded by the Celtics. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Here's Thornton. Jack with it. Feeds it to Williams. Jack with it. Now guarded by Bradley. Here's Lopez. And a great assist by Jack as that one goes in. Jack's got his 4th assist in this one. Bradley kicks to Thornton. Pass to Sullinger. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Sullinger's got 4 this quarter. Nets leading by 7. Outside Williams. Jack with a screen on Thornton. Passes to Bogdanovich. Back to Williams. Shot clock at 6. That's blocked. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
The Nets have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the 4th. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Goes up on the wing. Lopez, no luck.
You have to get a hand into his face because that's his range right there.
The drive by Green.
Well, kind of an interesting paradox for Jeff Green. He's much better offensively playing at the power forward spot as a spread 4, but defensively he's much better guarding 3s.
Looking at the game for Green, he has 12 points, and he's knocked down a pair of 3-pointers in this game, too.
Well, they might want to think about setting a few more screens for him to try to give him another open look or 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
The story in the first half was their low free throw percentage. They've corrected that here in the second half, and hopefully they can build on it as this game continues to progress.
Rajon Rondo is checked in for Boston. And both free throws good for Green. Nets leading by 5. Williams passes to Jack. Lopez inside. He's against Olenek. Lopez with the bucket. And Jeff Green, not a big rebounder, struggles guarding in the low block. What do you think, Clark, is his best position?
You know, it's hard for me to say, Kevin. I think he's probably just a 3/4. I think at the 4 he has a little bit more of a quickness advantage. So I would probably look to playing him at that position.
Rondo's shot is off.
Tell you what, he can be really frustrating as a shooter. All you can do is grimace because he just can't find the range.
Well, you talk about the financial commitment by the Brooklyn Nets. Last year's starting lineup was the highest paid in NBA history.
Well, to a man, they all made well over $10 million, Kevin. I mean, Joe Johnson was over $20 million, and boy, that's a lot of cheese to be coughing up to those guys, but it is what it is.
No good on the free throw.
And for the around 26 non-luxury tax teams in the NBA, they might want to write up a nice thank you card to the Nets, considering that the Nets paid about $88 million in tax. That's the highest in league history. A big chunk of that change goes to those other teams.
The Nets making a switch here. Johnson's checked in.
But even as expensive as the Brooklyn roster has been, the Nets are still enjoying a huge boost in franchise value since moving to Brooklyn. 2 years ago, the team was valued at $357 million or thereabouts. I wonder where these valuation numbers come from. But anyway, last year that number was at $780 million. That's not a bad return in just a couple of years. It almost sounds like play money.
Garnett dishes to Williams. Shot clock at 5. Here's Bogdanovich, and again it's the Nets missing. Celtics trail by 8. They kick it out to Green. Again, the miss by the Celtics. The Nets have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Dishes to Williams. Lopez sets a screen for Williams out to the right wing. Lopez, a screen on Rondo. Williams kicks to Lopez. And Boston with the rebound. Rondo's got rebound number 13 with that last one. Outside, Green. That doesn't go either for Green.
Almost surprised that he had that much room to work with.
Johnson with it. Now guarded by Bradley. Johnson kicks to Lopez. Rondo with the rebound. Boston's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. The offensive rebound. Nets leading by 8. Johnson, the pass to Williams. Kicks to Lopez. Great D that time from Green. Celtics shooting just 30% from the field here in the fourth. Bradley dishes to Rondo. Olynyk sets a screen for Rondo. Kicks it out to Bradley. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just one in the first.
Wasted no time on that one. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. And the Celtics shooting well. They're at 45%. Outside Rondo. Shot off the pick. No good.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one. Short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Williams kicks to Lopez. And it's blocked. Rondo against Williams. Outside, Green. Again, the miss by Green. Brooklyn leading by 11. Here's Bogdanovich. And the 3 off target. Here's Boston now. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. Here's Bradley. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession.
Super defensive play. I mean, if that pass gets through, it's probably 2 points.
And he knew that. He knew if it gets through, it's a score. So that's why he sold out for it and got a hand on it.
Boston, no good that time either.
I'll tell you what, the way he's been going this quarter, guys, they're going to need somebody else to pick up the slack.
Double team on Williams. There's the dish to Lopez. Back to Williams. Just 5 to shoot. Looking to get it going. The shot, no good. Now the Celtics take it the other way. And Clark, they're going to have to make a pretty big comeback here.
Yeah, I think so, but I don't think the clock is a factor right now. At least not yet. I mean, they don't need to change their pace of play. Keep attacking.
Yeah, I agree. You got to make sure you take your time, but start to be more effective and efficient with each possession. And you got to buckle down defensively.
Timeout called, the Nets.
Avery Bradley out of Texas, one of the elite perimeter defenders in the NBA. A guy who can really give you nightmares bringing the ball up the floor. 6'2", but with long arms, and he can defend both guard positions. Really pressures the ball well.
find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hi, Kevin. I was able to hear the advice Lionel Hollins gave to his team during that last break. He said to them, the lead we've got now is nice, but I want to make it even nicer. This is when we put the hammer down. It doesn't look like he's ready to back off just yet, guys.
Johnson outside. And too long on the shot.
And despite his 6'2" size, it's pretty clear that offensively, Avery Bradley is not a point guard. He's worked hard on developing his ball handling, especially his left hand, but he's certainly at his best when he's playing off the ball.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here is Williams. He kicks it to Johnson. Out to the wing. 6 to shoot.
He's lost his rhythm after that wonderful first half he played.
Misses the layup. Here's Green. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Rondo's got assist number 8 now on the night. And you talk about Bradley playing the 2. He's worked to put weight on, up over, what, I think, Steve, 210 pounds, you were saying.
Yeah, looks like it. He looks stronger. He's added some weight. Remember, he underwent surgery on both shoulders a couple of seasons ago, but now he's healthy. And with that strength, with that defensive awareness, with the quickness, he's got the ability to be a really good player.
Williams against Rondo. Back to Johnson. Garnett with a screen on Bradley. And it's Johnson penetrating. And the basket good. Johnson's got 19 points.
You know, he's got a lot of inches on the defender in that matchup, and he can just shoot right over the top of him without worrying about being bothered.
There's the screen. Rondo passes to Bradley. Drops in the tray.
A tough fourth quarter for him. 6 attempts with only 1 make to show for it. Tough.
Broke loose. There's the lob to the hoop. A flawless finish on the alley-oop. Now just a 4-point Nets lead.
What a pass, and then the layup was a bit of a circus move.
So smooth.
Well, you know what? He could have fouled that up, going for the big slam. I thought that was a nice job just taking the layup.
Timeout called the Nets. They're up by 4. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter. Outside Williams. There's a minute 34 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Johnson outside. Lopez, a screen on Bradley. Johnson dishes to Williams. That 3 off the mark.
And this has not been a quarter for him to remember.
Yeah, it sure hasn't, Steve. I mean, he's been doing his invisible man impersonation here, hasn't he?
Rondo kicks to Bradley. Sullinger with a screen for Bradley. Outside, Green. Just 5 to shoot. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
You look at what Bradley has done so far. He's got 10 points, and the assist numbers, tremendous.
His court vision, Clark, has been phenomenal. I mean, he could not be passing the ball any better than he is right now.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. And so Bradley nails both of them.
Rock solid there. That trims it to a 1-possession game, so critical free throw.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Williams up on top. Here's Lopez. Money!
Oh, that is a massive shot.
You know it is. He's stepping right into the spotlight.
This is a huge possession.
You've got to execute under pressure. We're going to see what they're made of.
Rondo passes to Sullinger. It's good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Johnson dishes to Garnett, and there's the feed to Lopez. Johnson outside. Puts it up from 12. Rondo with the rebound.
They really depend on him to convert those chances. A lot of times, even with solid D draped on him, they expect him to make it.
From deep, Green. Off target from downtown. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Smart foul there. You've got to try to extend the game.
Yeah, it's still close, but they're fighting that clock as much as the score right now.
Here's Garnett, and that's an intentional foul. Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ballgame.
And you got to think those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
Now timeout called by Boston. They trailed by 4. 6 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
Well, they're drawing up the only thing they can here. Just get off a quick one and then go ahead and foul.
I think free throws are going to be front and center the rest of the way here.
On its way from Young for 2. Off the inbound, no good.
Looked like he rushed that one, guys. The defense was out of position. He was wide open, just couldn't take advantage.
And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. It was tight, but they managed to come up with the win.
You know, nobody wants to lose a close game, Kevin. It's much better to win those tight ones.
That concludes the first game of the NBA season. So for Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, Doris Burke, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long. Thanks for joining us. Now it's time for the Jordan Player of the Game, Deron Williams.